Hey guys, SeanB, and today we are taking a look at the new Death Note in Summoner's War. But it is not very exciting because there's nothing endgame related here. It's more for new mid-game player, but overall new update is still something that we look forward to. So let's take a look at the version 6.3.1 update story. Update story. So Summons of Death Note, Kara's Dungeon B11 reward improve, amount of dimension hole to a dungeon EXP increase, and stat per monster level improve. So they're just talking general stuff, thanking the player base and all that good stuff. And now let's get to the meat and potato of the Death Note. Some stats that are designed according to monster level be adjusted. So in the past, when you 6-star monster, you get lower base stat when you start out at level 1, but now the stat will not be decreased. So if the monster could farm on her own like Lapis at level 35, it can do so at level 1 6-star. The value of stat that increase for each level up will be lower, so the max level stat for each grade remain the same. But with this, the unit will farm on its own easier. I think that's the plan. Secondly, we are taking a look at the amount of Second Awakening EXP that you acquire from clearing to a dungeon. So in the past, you need to take 105 runs in the 2A dungeon to 2A unit, but now you only need 86, and other levels will have lower requirement for total run as well. I think for this one in particular, what I really want to look at is the level 4, because if you are doing level 5, I don't think you care that much, even though it's gonna save you energy, which means you're gonna spend energy for farming runes, or you can spend awakening another unit quicker. But for new player who have a lot of trouble trying to get a consistent B5 team, which is quite a challenge, I think doing B4 is more than worth it now, because you start out with 100 energy immediately. So if you can somehow scramble a team for B4 or level 4 quickly, you can 2A a unit pretty much immediately after you get your first couple of 6-star done, which is like the first 1 or 2 days. You can quickly try to get your first 2A, which I recommend to be the 2A Fire Griffin Spectra, because Spectra is one of the best, or if not the best option for TOA content, which provide you a lot of free stuff, and it's just a great unit for PV overall. And then you can start working on your Dark Inugami or whatever you need for your progression, depending on what route you want to take. Lastly, they are not improving B12 dungeon, but they are improving B11, which I don't think a lot of player in the game really care about. But the early game player who are trying to step into the game and they destroy B10 pretty easily in the first couple of days, then this is probably the next step they can take to start farming, because there's always a question whether you should farm B11 or not, and there's no clear-cut answer to that. But now I think you should farm B11 if you can farm B11 and you cannot farm B12. But I think the rune drop rate overall is still kind of trash. I don't know, man. Maybe because I'm a biased endgame player, my rune quality is really high, so to me rune drop rate is still kind of trash, and I don't really find myself keeping 99% of the runes that I farm. But maybe some improvement for B12 will be great as well, because B11 is just a stepping stone for a lot of people. Ultimately, you still want to farm B12 for 6-star rune only. The difficulty level of B11 will be lower, which I think is kind of easy already. Not gonna lie, I think B11 is kind of easy, because a lot of people, when B12 came out, they can do B11 immediately, and they come to B12 and the sudden difficulty spike was crazy. Like B11, I sleep. B12, oh my god, what was going on, The rune drop rate of B11 will be improved as follow. So it will no longer drop rare, and it will no longer drop blue and purple 5-star rune, only legend 5-star rune, and increase the drop rate of the 6-star rune in general. There will still be 5-star rune, but only legend 5-star rune. In my opinion, legend 5-star rune is okay, but it requires a lot of luck for you to get a good legend 5-star rune, and then roll high value for that rune to be comparable to like a blue or purple 6-star rune. Some people are saying that, Oh, maybe B11 is where the casual player should be farming now. I'm not too sure about that though. Personally, I do have some 5-star rune that I still use nowadays because I was lucky. For example, this one. It was a legend 5-star rune that roll high speed, but this is one out of the 800 rune that I use that is like 5-star rune. I do use a couple more 5-star rune, like let's say, I think, yeah, this one. For example, it is also legend. It also roll, I think, almost, or I think this is quad speed, but it is not easy to get this. Okay, most of the 5-star rune that's a legend instant sell after +3 because the starting value is really low, and the value that you gain after every upgrade is really low as well. So if you start out at 5 speed, you get 5 5 5, in total you get 20 speed. You need 3 max roll, but a blue 6-star rune with 2 max roll is already 18 speed. So that is very different, and the other base stat you get for 5-star rune can be very low as well. So I think people should always try to strive and farm B12 for 6-star rune because it is way better compared to a legend 5-star rune. So this improvement might seem huge, but I think it's kind of small because people use this as a stepping stone to get to B12 as soon as they can, as soon as like a month or two, and this will become irrelevant. So I don't know if this whole thing deserves a death note. It's just like a small quality of life update to me. The amount of energy used to enter B11 will decrease from 9 to 8. So this will solidify me or any other person who can advise you to go farm B11 if you can, because it is no longer more expensive than B10, but now just as cheap, and you can get much better drop rate without the need to see blue and purple 5-star rune. So this will make B11 a logical step of progression for early game player. So that was pretty much the death note. Nothing really crazy, just some small update for you guys to look forward to. And now let's do a small session. I don't know, I feel like summoning some scroll on YouTube recording because I never do this, right? Or I rarely do this. Yeah, so I did a community post recently about the channel having some sponsored video coming soon, and usually I'm not really nervous about sponsored video because it is usually like a short message in a normal video. But whenever I have to post like a dedicated video to like a new game or whatever, then it is always nerve-wracking because the video would not do well, obviously, because it is not Summoner's War, and the video usually get a lot of like, oh, you are selling out and all that jazz. It's just very sad to see. I don't know, man, but thank you so much for your kind comments on the community post, because you guys are really supportive of the channel, and because I okay, it's a dupe, so I guess blessing. Oh my god, you guys are really supportive of the channel, and because this is my full-time job, so sometimes I gotta take some sponsored content just to make sure I earn more than enough to make sure that when sometime I don't earn enough, then we're all good, you know. I can take care of the family that I need to, pay for bills and all that good stuff. Lost my train of thought. I can't believe it, man. Just a random pack. Just a random pack. So that's it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching on the video I post, and enjoy the content. Once in a while you guys come onto Twitch and just let me know like, hey, I don't watch Twitch, but I watched a YouTube video and they're great. Hey, really appreciate that. I read all your comments, and I would love to talk to you on Twitch when I stream. But that's it for now. If you see a sponsored video, don't have to do anything crazy, just maybe give it a watch, leave a comment saying like, hey, you know, should sponsor SeanB a bit more, he's pretty cool, or something like that. That'd be amazing. I think I'm kind of bribing you guys to help me get more sponsors. But hey, there's no exchange of any value here, you know, just entertainment. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.